Thank you, everybody, for joining me again for an amazing look deeper into an awesome album. And today I decided to go a little bit of a different route, a new route, not really a new route, a route I love quite a bit. And that is to look deeper into the band Outkast, into one of their classic albums. And they've got quite a few classic albums. So it was a little bit, which classic album am I going to go with? Which classic album are we going to pick and talk about today? So I narrowed it down between all of these awesome albums by this band, and I picked Aquemini. Aquemini, yes, from 1998, released on September 29th. Yes. This is the third album by this band. Their debut came out in 1994, 4 years before this. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. I kind of almost messed that up a little bit. But they were only 18 when that debut album came out. And they being Big Boy and Andre 3000. That is the duo that makes up Outkast. Really good band. Really good group, whatever you'd like to call them. But that being said, this album really hits. The albums before this, the album right before this, Atlians, their second album. Oh, that's a really good album. On their first album, there was some partying going on, so they abandoned a little bit of that for their second album, Atlians, and they debut new characters that seem to come from the future. A little bit more, some positivity while also looking a little bit deeper. I that record debuted at number 2 at on the Billboard 200 chart, and well, this album premiered at number 2 on the Billboard US 200 chart. Really awesome band. Who group duo. I think we'll call them a group. That's what we're gonna call them. And this album really kind of kickstarts right in a high gear right off the bat. Okay, I mean, lots of good stuff coming at you. They got an intro, a really good intro called "Hold On, Be Strong." Really awesome to get the album started, and then it kind of kicks into some really good music. And I mean, that's why we're here. We're here to listen to some good music. It's really awesome first song on the album, and that's "Return of the Gangster." That's track 2. But this band, when they come out with this album, I said I was going to call them a group, and now I just called them a band. But they really, when they get going, they don't stop, as you could tell by the first 2 albums. So by the time this album comes out, people wanting to know what's the next step for this band. And well, this album is just loaded with different styles. It's a very experimental album. And that's something that Big Boy described it as when it came out. It is loaded with horns, guitar, piano, harmonica. What I like about this album a lot, and from what reading into it a little bit more, is they decided to look a little bit more into they wanted to go a little bit more organic. So they hired a band that could play well all those instruments in which I just said. This album is just loaded with different sounds, loaded with different feelings. You may think you're in for one kind of an album, and then the album takes a switch off to you. It's a fusion, a lot of organic soul, progressive rap. There's electro funk, dub rock. Really good. Lyrically, Aquemini features introspection. Okay, about the breakdown of a lot of different things, the breakdown of the human condition. There's lots of themes about individuality, self-determination, trying to rise above struggles. They also have themes talking about drug addiction, precarious relationships, just struggles in general. So again, a well-rounded album that really kind of takes cue to see a little bit deeper of what's going on for this band. Okay. Starting to go through the songs that make up this band. What they wanted to do to get the album started, like I said, was to a little bit like Earth, Wind, and Fire. So that's kind of what they do with that first track when it kind of kicks off the album. Is they want to put you back in like a laid back. So hold on, be strong, get you laid back, and then as you heard, Return of the G or Return of the Gangster is a little bit more, getting to get going onto the album. The album is produced by Organoid Noise, and Outkast themselves stepped up a little bit. It's a 74-minute album, so you're saying there's quite a lot to get to on this album. So let's dig into it a little bit. Let's dig into this album and see some of it's good. It's all a strong point, to be frank. The third track on the album, you jump right in, and this was a big single for them. And that's Rosa Parks. Okay. Rosa Parks is a really good song. There's a really awesome breakdown at the end of the song. Really, really good. Track 4, Skewed on the Barbie. This was pretty much the first song I heard by this group. And I believe I saw this video on MTV. Seeing the video on MTV, and it really kind of was like, really good song. Again, another song that gets the band, gets them going, gets them rocking. Again, I can't stop to think about all the live instrumentation on this album. Okay. At the time, when a lot of samples, DJs, this band went ahead and went to dig deeper and wanted to get some musicians on the album. Okay. And that's what they did. They got drummers, bassists. They got Victor Alexander playing drums. Okay. Really good. Skinny Miracles playing bass. Kenneth Wright synthesizer. Craig Love and Tommy Martin on guitar. Really, 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 really awesome. George Clinton does some background vocals on the album. Goody Mob, Witch Doctor, Cool Breeze, CeeLo, Big Grip. On this next track, Skewed on the Barbie, Raekwon. The Raekwon from the one and only Wu-Tang Clan makes a little bit of an appearance, which you're saying to yourself, Wu-Tang Clan, they can do this all themselves, but they even go ahead and get more people involved. Would you say to yourself, oh, well, the more the merrier, right? The more the merrier on some of these tracks, okay? Number 5, the title track, Aquemini. Really, really, really like that song quite a lot. That was one of the first ones that kind of really, really got me going. Number 6, Synthesizer. Okay, this is featured by our main man, George Clinton. Pretty much a good mixture of that P-Funk sound mixed with Outkast, which that's why I liked Outkast a lot. They were mixing in different sounds and different feelings. And I think bringing in somebody like George Clinton really, really, really made that good. 7, Slump, good track. West Savannah, 8, awesome song. You could hear a lot in these songs as they're going, a band maturing, a band getting stronger, a band that is willing to take those chances that some other bands around this time are not taking at all. That being said, my favorite tracks off the album, my favorite track on the album is the Art of Storytelling Part 1, and right after that is the Art of Storytelling Part 2. This song, I don't know, it seems to always grab me in my Andre 3000 on that song. He really, really hits it. He brings it. I think it's probably one of my favorites of them all together, not just on this album, but really good stuff. When you're looking into a lot of these tracks, you want to, what's the word I'm looking for? You want to look deeper. And what I always enjoyed too was that the single version of this song, which if you saw the video, Slick Rick, the legend Slick Rick, he does a verse in it, which I always found to be really, really, really cool. This is the CD cover right here. I always really thought the CD cover was cool. The artwork was amazing in this album. The back cover, really liked the symbolism. As somebody in high school at the time, I picked this album up in Calumet City at the Best Buy. Really, really, I had to have it. This is a have-to-have album. You know, you keep going down the list of the tracks on the album, and it doesn't let up. Mamacita, really, really good. Um, it's 12, Spotty Lotta, Dopalicious. This is probably, again, I said storytelling was my favorite, but this song is, man, this song's fun. Song's a good time, and laid back and smooth, and that's just the way they like it. You know, they're up in it, they're laying it back. It's all around. Y'all scared with TMC, Big GIPP, and Cujo. Not a bad track. 14, Nathaniel. A little bit more of an interlude. 15, Liberation. Really good tracks. This is where CeeLo appears. And also at the time, Andre 3000 was dating Erica Badu. This is kind of, she shows up on this one. It's an 8-minute track. Like those longer songs, Spotty Oddity Dopalicious was 7 minutes. You're saying to yourself, 2 songs on this album, 16 minutes all around, isn't really happening. And last track, Chonky Fire, 6 minutes and 10 seconds. This band was really stretching and really, 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 really going strong. A couple little quick things really quick. Return of the G contains interpolations of Superfly by Curtis Mayfield. Rosa Parks contains interlocutions from Kenshin DMR by the Sandpipers. Okay. Synthesizer contains interpolation by Rock Dirge performed by Sly Stone. Really, really, really cool. And the last one here, this is my favorite, is Spotty Yachty Dopalicious contains excerpts from Dancing with the Moonlight Night performed by Genesis. Genesis, prog rock on an Outkast album. You can't believe it. Do me a favor if you go ahead and get a chance. Check this album out. It's strong. It's probably, my idea would be, some of their strongest work. Okay. The reviews were huge, great, awesome, tracks loaded. Outkast, Aquemini is the name of the album. And as I stated, please check this album out. It will not disappoint you. That being said, thank you for checking out this little extra excerpt. As always, check out all the awesome stuff that we have on our channel. And until the next time, well, we will see you soon on the Sadistic Penguin YouTube channel, which is always a good time to be had by all.